My dear brothers and sisters, I'm back. So, what did I say? All this Guleli, Duda, ostracization of all this ancient Greek people he tried to isolate because they are the risk to the society, to the community, to the state. Okay, so that's what happened. All this guy, Dr. Musi, he's a psychiatrist, he's a neurologist. Like, I've been working for King's College Hospital for 1 year. Okay, so he's a psychiatrist. Okay, so I had this Muslim girl called Mona in YMC 2001. So she asked me that she's looking for a job, so I created a CV for her to get a job because she didn't have that English language mastery, and she was new to the country. She was working all this Arab house maid, all that kind of stuff, like cleaner. So I wrote her CV. So she got a job with this Greg. I think sandwich making, all this, Gregs. So she had colleagues and friends, 3 of them. So one was Sige, she's a Pentecost church, light skinned girl, very sneaky. Her husband is called Masarat, the same church. There was another girl called Layla. Okay, she was short, funny eyes, but she had this really beautiful long hair, very silky, Her character is really lovely lady, So she's from this our area, this team of this Dr. Muslim Skinner. The third one is, I forgot her name, a bit darkish, chocolatey, but kind of the tallest out of the 3 of them. So her husband is called Samuel. He used to be this driving instructor. Okay, I was seeing her in the church sometimes. Okay, so these are 3 friends, colleagues that this Mona had. Okay, so Mona, when we were separating each other, because she's a Muslim and I'm a Christian, my friend, I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna convert my religion, my friend. You must be joking. You must be joking, aren't you? So she said, hey, man, I think this woman, what you did her, I can't marry her to this lady called Leila. Excuse me, young lady, just don't even talk to me about that. So she was trying to hook me with this lady called Leila. She came from Sweden, okay? So she knows this guy called Dr. Muslim Skinner very well, So that time he used to be one of these members, signatory of all these 13 academicians, very influential people in electoral politics. People like Dr. Russo, a poet, he passed away. He used to be communication, he had that master's in communication. Who else was with them? Dr. Asafa Long, bearded guy, he used to be into medics in Eritrea. So he had that name, or this Prince Asafa of Ethiopia, So they were kind of trying to imitate that Ethiopian royalty kind of thing, So who else was that? Dr. Paulus Ba'atai, he was a short guy, bald head guy. So who else? What's it? Chokol, Kasaon Chokol. He's got this Red Sea publishing house. So I don't want to talk too much, okay? So this guy, Dr. Muslim Skinner, he left them. So he went to this pro-government line. The guy is kind of this very opportunistic guy, So he hasn't got that good-looking face and all that kind of stuff, He looks like this beetle, When we were kids, we used to tell these beetles, black beetles, some from green, different colors, So we used to tell them with this thread. So I was very little guy, maybe 5 years old, 6 years old. So we used to try to kind of be inspired by these helicopters, all these planes flying, so because they fly, because we have this long thread wire, we used to run with them, my friend. We call them Hinjij, okay? Black Hinjij beetle, okay? So he looks like one of these, very funny looking guy. Because I don't like his hacking kind of thing. Really very kind of vindictive, nasty guy, Anyway, so this Layla, I think she was kind of this upset. I don't know, my friend. If she's not interested, she's not interested. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested, my friend. This is called Western countries, my friend, okay? If somebody is interested, even you get married, and if the woman doesn't like you, my friend, you have to run away. The same with the man. Okay, that's how it is. So when I went to my kind of a bit relative uncle called Tesfai Melake, you know, his dad and my dad fathers are brothers, okay? So I went to his child christening somewhere in household. She came down often. This is called Layla. These are trying to kind of like encircle me. So because Tesfai has got a brother called Musi in Canada, okay? And me, my family, for my mom, they are called Ndabacha Misgina. Musi, brother, so that's fine. Misgina. They merged together, my friend. That's the name, it's a brand, my friend. The guy tried to create this really big brand label, like you go all this Microsoft, Apple. And he was trying to kind of like, he's so much obsessed about his name, my friend. The only neurologist, psychiatrist in Eritrea. So he has to own all the names called Misgina for himself, my friend. All this, sometimes it's really mind-boggling, my friend. People, they are arrogant because you go really small societies who are into educational and career progress and exposure. They think so much too big about themselves, like this Hitler or Duce, Mussolini Duce. So much Nazist, fascist kind of this thought merged together, right? So big about themselves, like so anyone who's somewhere, they have to kill them, especially they have that thought, like we are Scandinavians, we are Swedish people, educated into the highly privileged Scandinavian countries, like so that's the thing. Anyway, that's in a nutshell. So these people are really kind of like very Nazis. They have this big thought about themselves. These are people. 3% of the whole society kind of oligarchy system. Like they read all the historical backgrounds. Written by the Italian journalists. All these colonial administration people like Montalcini, Alberto Palero. So they know the anthropological history of the people. So they took over all these Italians, my friend. Black Italians, black Nazis, black Germans. So, my friend, they look like, a bit kind of like, shall we say, handsome or beautiful baboons. My friend, I look a really handsome baboon, isn't it? So they got this really deep, inferiority about themselves. So that's what they try to expose and impose on other people. They are kind of inferiority, my friend. So much control freak. There is no room for you to shift a bit from their line of management, radar of control, my friend. It's really very suffocating, man. All this here, my friend. The way they try to kind of like trap me using women, So I started to date this girl called Martha. That time she was kind of a bit okay. Now she's a biomedical scientist like Clary, someone in Higgs College, like, doing all this blood sample, all that kind of stuff, my friend. My friend, this is pedagogy, my friend. Pedagogy of your blood. DNA you don't give to other people, my friend, especially if you are very handsome, Not these people looking like this, Dr. Musi. Don't tell that to other people. It's your right, okay? But today, the reason why I brought this issue is like, so I gave you all this about Kulele, people who are outcasts, ostracized from the community because, my friend, they're going to be national security risk. So they were going to other cemetery. So this Duda idea about electrons, Tigray and Shimagila idea about all this oligarchy, people were too much giving milk to the woman, my friend, for every woman from the higher strata of these people, like, shall we say noble? Okay, let's say, just to make it simpler. To these people who got, like, so much power. So that's called Duda, Juju. I was using that word without not understanding its meaning, my friend. Somehow I never heard being said that in Tigrinya. Like, it's very nice when you read books, So this is about a book written by Dr. Isaac Gabriel called The Natives of Eritrea. So this was the law structure, like they used to call it fatalities or So every clan has got its own called customary laws. Okay, so these are things that people like Dr. Barhat all of them, like they were touting so much. If we implement this, There's nothing better than my friends. As a matter of fact, my friends, got a lot of, these are one of these loopholes. My friends, sometimes we have to be proud of our history, whether it's bad or good, but yeah. These are things like, we cannot deny the same way they go in every nation, every society. Anyway, today, because this got this, very extremist idea. People like this Duce, Duce, Mussolini, very extremist people, extremely very die hard. People who got that deep hatred, deep destruction inside them, a lot of self-doubt, self-hatred, inferiority complex there, and they kill people in mass, industrial days. People like Hitler, Austria. The guy had blood, roots of Jewishness, and the guy used to hate it so much, so he has to get, how many? It was a 5 million population, people, Jewish people, in concentration, all these Auschwitz concentration camp, my friend, using their bonus for soap making, So this is very scary, scary. People in their childhood, they've been bullied in somehow, directly or indirectly, and when they grow up, when they come into leadership, my friend, they kill industrial killing. It's not a job, my friend. It's just not you kill just only one person. You get into the power of a government and you exterminate the whole society. How scary can that be? Anyway, so that's Hitler and that's Mussolini, because this has raised a lot of issues, my friend, because the way they were trapping me using this girl Martha and another girl called Sunlight, people that I was seriously trying to build a relationship and starting a family, So these are people from this area called from the Kamhari, okay? They price so much about themselves. They are part of Italy. Piccola Roma, you got Ambassador Hannah and Zoda, I are very famous actress, she's not even that tall, she's a bit kind of like a medium height. These are extremity, my friend. Extremism. Christian extremism. You wouldn't even call them Christians, okay? But to the point, what I want to do was who are we? We electorate, my friend. We have a lot of Judaism history from the past, and we got Christianity, and some of us Muslims, and this Buddha idea brought up a lot of issues. So this Judaism, my friend. I was reading about this Weber, German writer, philosopher. Weber, I don't know what his first name is. I put it on my Facebook link. So he was saying Judaism is just a war religion, war fighting religion. To some extent, it's got good and bad because if you got a Jewish idea, Christianity, you always fight, not to control others, not to hit or like Hitler, but for survival, my friend. Because it's your discipline, it's your faith. You see things so far distance in time. Okay, so it's like this Nebiat or these prophets, So these Jewish people, my friend, these are the only people who created all this monolithic, what was the word? Monotheism, one God. Okay, so they survived how many thousand? 2,000 years after Jesus Christ, after the Romans killed them in the Masada until my friend, 2,000 years without not losing their language, their culture, their tradition, their religion. That's a discipline, my friend. Okay, we as Eritreans, we went away from our countries. Within 20 years, people are losing their tracks, their compass, and their discipline, their spirit of fighting, my friend, survival. We're losing it. Huh? So these Jewish people, you should appreciate them a lot. So all this extremism, all these people like the Europeans hunting them like crazy. This is from envy, my friend. This is jealousy. All these Jewish people control this. Every science discipline you come up with, my friend, you will find some Jewish names. Okay, people like Albert Einstein. What's his name? Sigmund Freud, the psychoanalyst guy. All these people, man, all of them in academia, every Nobel winners, they are, my friend, because that religion is a religion of war. When I say war, my friend, you fight for survival, my friend. You got all these people persecuting you from every corner, the Arabs, the Christians, people who got no religion, everyone, my friend, okay? But they kept their faith for 2,000 years after they were dispersed, okay? So this about leaking, all that kind of stuff. When you are into sexual humiliation, you sell your soul to Satan, to devil, okay? That's what it is, okay? That's really stupid thing, my friend, because according to our belief, okay, it's really the most horrible thing. I never see any animals doing that, okay? Never, never. Because if you do that, there is no way for you to have kids and multiply and have a lot of kids like Abraham, my friend. It's Abrahamic religion, Christianity, Islam, and Jewish. So it's a discipline, my friend. It's a religion of war. War, when I say war, not killing other people, but war of you discipline, my friend. You discipline yourself. That's a phrase, that's a belief, my friend. Okay? You think you're not gonna die, my friend. You are always alive. You keep marching, you fight. That's the religion, my friend. That's Jewishness. That's we are Eritreans, everything, Ethiopians, my friend. That's Christianity. Before that was kind of that. All our names are same thing, my friend. We are extremely very proud of it, So then before that, if you go during the ancient Alexandria, the Jewish people were the people who were controlling the whole Alexandria, Egypt, my friend, Coptic thing, okay? And I brought you all this Puntland, my friend. We are the people, very beautiful people, my friend, The people, this is where faith, religion came from us, people of God, People, really the most beautiful people, light skin, very handsome and very beautiful. We are the church, okay? People of during the Pharaoh times. Queen Hatshepsut, how much was it? 2,500 years ago? Or 2,000? No. 3,500 years ago. She was so much amazed about our beauty, my friend. People of faith, people of religion, people of positivity, people of looks, people of happiness, music, art, whatever you have it now. That's us. So all these Europeans trying to kill our soul, our spirit, into leaking in all our sex, that's killing, my friend. Because you're not fighting, my friend. You're not fighting. You lose the war. And he did. Because you're leaking every woman, my friend. And above all, my friend, you refrain yourself from following every woman's butts everywhere, drooling after her. That's secret. That's war, fighting skills, my friend. So this man called Weber, German philosopher, he analyzed all the Bible and the Jewish book, their scrolls and the Talmud and everything. He said this Judaism is just a war religion. So it's a war. When I say war, not to kill people, but you keep standing, you fight for your faith, for your nation, for your identity, my friend. Without you don't go licking every woman, my friend. And you kill his soul, your spirit, your faith, and you become a gulele, you become Buddha. So these people, all these Eritreans, trapping me to make me lose that my, what's what they call it, is my arg. My arg means what's the word? My arg means this majesty, leadership, skills, you name, you brand. Okay? So especially if you are first born, my friend, it's a big aura of majesty. Guys, I'm not trying to kind of belittle it, but these were people they wanted to trash and destroy that. So all these Europeans, all these women, this liquor, this woman, all that kind of stuff. So they were trying, because they know all our traditional values, our faith, our religion, our history. They were trying to make me do that. Gulele, Osiwaiz. Okay, I kept fighting. I won. Okay? So no Swedish people, no Romans, Italians, no English people could break me up. I'm a hero, superhero, my friend. A superhero, my friend. Okay? An indomitable guy, unbeatable guy. I beat everyone. Punch here. Intellectual fighting, intellectual boxer. So so this Judaism, because extremism is very, very dangerous thing, my friend. It destroys you and it destroys communities. It destroys nations. It destroys big population regions. So that's why I don't like extremism, from all these people. These are people, European educated from this Swedish missionary. I put my Facebook, all this. What's the name? This guy. the Swedish prince came to Massawa, and then people like Mafa, they gave all that educational training, yeah, for the deaf and people who don't write. They came to Beleza, Zaga, to Asmara, to Karan, everyone. So they convert. The whole idea was to convert the whole society and convert all of their first initial idea was to go to Oromo people, because these are people animists, man. They didn't have formal religion like as Eritrea, no faith. Okay, so their idea was that. But they say that Eritrea, and there was history of the war between Ras Johannes, King Emperor Johannes, and the Sudan, the Mahdis, and during the Kara. So they saved them often. Okay, so they were waiting for the perfect opportunity to convert the whole society, like to convert the king of the state, the head of the state, like Sosthenes. They were not successful, my friend. So they tried to, so they created all this gulele, my friend, all this Duda society, they are hunting us everywhere, my friend. It's really okay. So people like President Isaias and this Abi, they are one of the Duda, this gulele. And the other one is you got all the people in I wrote this oral history given to a guy called writer Yosef. Okay, the gentleman was called Fitorari Mahalo. Fitorari Mahalo Lenke. I think Abraham, the guy, I know someone in Brixton. I think his son or maybe his family. Because the name is very famous. This Daniel Haide, Daniel Takla used to take with his restaurant somewhere near this near this. It's called Elizabeth Queen Road. There used to be this chicken shop, and there's this Pentecostal church. Some of the women, because I was looking for some women to settle down, so they used to take me this lady called Salami. This so this Udmalo, brother of this Abraham, used to have a restaurant, so that's how this Daniel Hay used to take me there. So I know that's how I read the book, and so Mr. Fetobra Mahalo, although Mikael was calling all this Dogwa. Dogwa is a place in Tembe, okay? So in Hazaga, these are people very related to these people, They themselves, they are Dogwa. Dogwa is a derogatory term that Mr. Solomon Walden-Kiel used to call this Tigrayans, okay? People from Tembe, long history of this soldiering kind of thing, So in Hazaga, one of them is called Saadega, another one is called what's Dega? Dugwa. So the whole idea is Addi strategy. Addi came from this Dugwati from all around this Tembian area. But Eritreans, they don't know this, my friend. Okay, we never knew this. So they were telling us this Agame. Even for us, they used to call us, you guys, Akologuzai people. You're not supposed to call your name Akologuzai name for your region, because that's a name. Two brothers, one and his cousin, they are our ancestors. They created a region called Akologuzai. You guys are not supposed to call yourselves Akologuzai because you are Agame, the Guadu from Tembe, So then themselves are the Guadu from Tembe area, all that kind of stuff, So these people were extremely very clever, very genius, very genius. The way they handled their war, the psychological game, trying to trap other people, hacking them, and you make them die into your war. Like this, we call it Mazhali Fenji. Fenji Ragach means you push people to detonate all this mining, during a war. You just use them so you create mass murder, killing. As a matter of fact, these people, they don't know. So you call them Agame because you're scared of being called Agame. Themselves are Agame, my friend. It's region. It's our region. It's a region somewhere in Tigray. Even the area, Agame, the Tembe, used to be called Agame. So this is the Dogwa area. Ras Johannes is from that area, and Arula is from that area. A lot of princes. Okay, so these people were hiding themselves. This Azaga and Azaga, an area where Rasi Solomon Wulenki came from that, and they call them the Dogwa. Come on, be realistic, my friend. Okay, we didn't come suddenly from these skies. So I just want to highlight this, because they try to tell other people kind of like really bad derogatory word, which they are. So what they do is they make it hateful. They make this argument hated. Okay, they know they came and they related from that area from Kembe. Okay, so what you do is because you don't want to be isolated and become Buddha. You don't want to become Gulele. You accept them and say, I hate this argument, I have to fight it. Then what they do, they push you to the war zone, okay, to this bunkers. And my friend, they shoot you all. So you are done, my friend. You finish off. So the way they handle their wars, my friend, psychological, physically, they kill all of you, my friend. This is one of the things, my friend, they tried on me. God help me, my friend. Faith saves a lot of people. So war. When I say war, not fighting other people, but disciplining yourself, my friend. You don't finish all your bone marrows on every flying ball, my friend. Baby, I love you. Look at my boobs. Look at my hair. So faith, it's really, my friend. It's a discipline. Soldier, okay? So you don't go giving all your bone marrows like taxation, like VAT, my friend. 35% every night. If you buy chicken, my friend, they tell you, oh, my friend, these Swedish people, they went to Maduro. So I'm a Doro, you bought a Doro, my friend. You have to give that Doro as a tax, as a VAT. Doro means chicken, like it. So this is very smart people, the way they hack, they come to you as friends. All these years, you know them as your friends. They were destroying you inside, my friend, So the way my ex-wife called my daughter, Bemnet. So this is a guy called Bemnet from Badrov, where the Swedish people came and founded their missionary church, like Beleza like Tzatiga. Okay, so he married a girl, someone from Dara, from my village, even from my circle of family members. So he was trying to destroy me, with his cohorts and groups, while taking our girls so that he can multiply and become a multitude, big guy. And he has to make me good. He has to make me good. Okay, guys, thank you very much. And because I have to document this, my friend, so that other people, especially our area people, are very gullible, my friend, very gullible. When I say gullible, always thinking that primitive, very innocent people, very good-hearted, my friend. Every little person educated in Europe can trick them. So these are the people who trick our people like crazy. You see all our youth from our area being victims from every corner because these people hack them intellectually, mentally, to lead them to death. Okay, so this doesn't happen, my friend. So all these gulele, all these Duda people, they don't come into our community and destroy all the people, their kids and everything, because they take all their kids, their women as prisoners of war, my friend. So they multiply with your daughters, while you left with no woman, my friend. Then all your offsprings, they die out, my friend. And you become extinct, and they take all your villages, your countryside, your farm, you see everything, okay? So because I don't want this to happen, my friend, I have to document it, okay? So be strong, my friend. Be soldier. You have a lovely day. You have a lovely evening and night.